Oh, no.
Oh, no. All right, everyone, and welcome back to Budz with Budz podcast. As you may have noticed, we have made a change to our name. We cut off finesse and replaced it with a Z. We are on social media with, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Anchor. All of them we got listed as Budz_with Budz. If you want to hit us up, whichever one you have, we definitely want to get some opinions and feedback from y'all. As far as today's episode goes, as normal with me, I'm Rick B-Man. We got here Chris. And we got Alan. Today, Alan came up with the idea for our episode. We are looking into discussing stoner movies versus movies that you like to watch when you're getting stoned. Because, with a name like Budz with Budz, we got to talk about getting high. We're getting high. Might as well see what you think when you're getting high. As far as it goes, though, Alan, fill us in a little bit on yourself, and then let's get into it.
I'm just a guy. I work with Chris. We became instant friends, fell in love with movies. He knows that I have a rather large movie collection. So when he said he was doing a podcast about movies and about stoner buds, it's like, shit, all right, let's do it. So, yeah, just came to talk about movies. And, I don't currently get to smoke a lot. So when I do, I get really high. So it's nice to get really high with buds and talk about movies.
Oh, yeah. Glad to have you.
Thank you.
All right, man. So I guess we'll go ahead and jump into everything.
Conversation when people talk about stoner movies. Are you talking about the quintessential title of stoner movies, like you would watch Cheech and Chong all day long, Up in Smoke, or How High, which are great stoner movies?
Yep.
Or do you talk about movies that you tend to like to watch when you get really high? Other movies that necessarily don't have anything to do with pot, but movies you tend to lean towards when you smoke a lot of pot. So what makes a stoner movie a stoner movie?
Now, my first question, though, is, I like turn on porn. Is that allowed?
That's stoner movie. You watch porn all the time.
Yeah.
So that's a good point. All right, so I'm taking porn off the list. All right.
Maybe.
All right, so what's your opinion on what's the best stoner movies? Not when you're high, but in general, like you said, a Cheech and Chong.
Well, you'd have to go to like a different in that category for me. Best stoner movie typically would be, Big Lebowski.
Oh, I can't believe I didn't get that on my list. Oh, I fucked up, dude. I fucked up.
Hey, that makes two of us, man. I didn't get it on mine either, so don't feel bad.
No, man. Obviously, you're not a golfer.
There you go.
That movie is just one of the best movies that was ever made, in my opinion. The dry humor, you either get it or you don't. And the people that get it love it. The people that don't hate it. I love it. I've always loved it. Got the dude on my shirt. It's all about the dudism.
The dudism.
You can every day.
I actually went to a wedding about 6 months ago of my homie Joe. His brother DJ was actually the dude doing the wedding. He showed up in the robe and the fucking pants and everything like that. It was pretty fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome.
I love that when he got his, was it him? I think it was him that got his Hollywood star. He came out in character as the dude.
Yeah.
And fucking Walter came out on stage with him.
Yep.
Yeah, that was great. He did the whole rambling, complex. Yeah, that was great. These are great. That was amazing.
Good.
So, that's my stoner movie, but probably the movie that I lean to the most when I'm just baked and I'm, by myself or whatever, I put in Big Trouble in Little China.
Not even. Holy shit.
Oh, that's two that aren't on my list.
Give me some
Oh man.
action, 80s one-liner comedies, man. Some Big Trouble in Little China when I'm stoned, and I laugh my ass off. And some of the like amazing writing.
I haven't watched that in probably 20 years, but I can't argue with it one bit. It's a fucking classic, dude.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like my list is very diverse. I'm anxious to see what y'all put down.
Oh, Chris, I'm gonna throw it on you, bro. Beat Big Trouble in Little China, dog.
I don't know, man. I'm going. All of my movies are more contemporary. As far as stuff to when I'm stoned, again, it goes back to the 80s with Alan, even though it was made, much later, is Wet Hot American Summer. Come on, dude. Iconic fucking feel good summer camp 80s movie. That's my get high and watch, just because the hijinks in the movies are so ridiculous.
Wet Hot American Summer. I can honestly say I never saw that movie.
My
God.
Dude, all-star cast. H. John
Oh my God.
Garofalo. What's her name from Queen of the Damned? Marguerite Moreau.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. I mean, you can't beat the cast. It's amazing.
I never saw it. It's nothing against the movie. It was no personal vendetta. I just shit, man.
I'm holding you hostage at my house tonight until you watch that movie. You cannot leave my house until you watch that movie.
Well, damn, you got me watching all kind of stuff tonight.
Yeah. Well, this is the man who's never seen fucking Futurama.
I can't even discuss that one with you. I like you, but it boils rage inside of me to even hear that statement.
I watch it, and he's been talking about it ever since we started hanging out. It's just one of those things. It's just one of those things. Like I'll be watching something else or forget about it. Like I said, I wasn't watching it when it first came out, so I just always forget to watch it whenever I see it,
Yeah.
or to look it up.
I'll give you the later episodes. They got weak. They got weak when it was all Fry obsessed with Leela, and like all the episodes were turning like, instead of comedy, kind of dramatic. So don't start at the end, bro. When you start early.
No, he's got to start season 1, episode 1. I'm not letting it happen. Andy's watching all 3 movies.
So how many seasons are there?
There are they counted each movie as a season. I think it's a total of 9 seasons. It's just over 200 episodes, I believe.
Damn.
Oh.
So
but we're talking movies today. We're not.
Yeah. I'm sorry. We could do stoner TV shows. We could do 1,000 episodes on that, and odds are we probably will before it's all said and done.
I gotcha.
But Wet Hot American Summer, dude. This is my question. This is my question on it. Was it filmed in the 80s? Or no, it was filmed like early 2000s, right? It was just based in the time frame of the 80s.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, the people that played the kids in the movie are like, in their 30s or 40s. Marguerite Moreau's in her 40s, and she plays one of the senior camp counselors.
A bunch of those. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the original episode of what they were making fun of. No, that version I did watch.
Are you sure you didn't watch the Netflix series? They did a series
that
was the day of camp.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about the movie that goes with it.
Series.
That sucks.
See, we did the same thing. We watched the series before we had ever seen the movie, and Mel's brother was like, "Well, have you guys seen the movie?" And we were like, "There's a movie?" And he was like, "Oh no!" Now he did the same thing to me. I'm doing to you. You're not leaving here till we watch the fucking movie.
Chris, you didn't see that movie when we were teenagers? I'm sorry. I was a bad friend. I apologize to you. And you know what, Alan? That just passed down onto you. Completely my fault, fellas. Completely my fault.
You know what, though? I had a baby at 17 and was busy doing other shit, so I'm sorry I can't wrap my wiener.
Well, what was your number one?
Dude, my favorite, because it's just filmed so trippy.
Oh, we were doing number ones. Fuck you. That's like Wet Hot American Summer was my last one. I thought we were working in some kind of order here, fellas.
Are we starting low?
Starting
Dude,
low.
I don't care. I'm just going random, bro. And the first one,
come before you take your pants off, or do you take your pants off, jack off, and then come?
Oh well, I told y'all
you got to work your way to the climax, homie.
It's called pocket pool for a reason. You're working through your pocket, fucker.
Oh, dude.
For my number 5, then, is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah, 5 to number 1.
Sure. Right. Then what was your 5? We'll pretend that we never heard the Lebowski.
We're gonna have to edit the fuck out of this.
Oh, my out of the list of 5, the last and my last place on the list would have been Caddyshack.
That's a good one. Dude, I missed my list on that one. I missed that one on my list too.
Oh my god, the comedy and quick wittiness. Chevy Chase, goddamn Bill Murray, got them playing off each other. That shit was hilarious.
Is that the one where Bill Murray's like, "Do we look like the 2 dumbest guys in the world to you?"
No, that was oh man, was that a Stripes? I think that was Stripes.
Oh, is that Stripes? Damn it!
Where Bill Murray,
all them Bill Murray movies, they all blend together because he was just fucking funny and everything, gang.
was here where he was the maintenance guy at a golf club, and Chevy Chase was like a pro going up against the judge and having a secret game. It was during the 70s, so everybody's smoking weed, and just the fucking comedy between them is hilarious. Yeah, Gunga, Gunga to Gunga. Old Bill Murray.
With a put.
Yeah.
Dang. All right. Well, if you're gonna pull out a golf movie, I'm gonna throw mine out there. That's probably my 5 as well. I still love me some motherfucking Happy Gilmore, dude.
Oh yeah.
Not a damn thing wrong with that decision.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
Yeah, right.
He was starting to get into his like good movie making skills at that point, telling a decent story, and just took off with this. I love the story. His that swing he does, man, where he runs up and just whacks the shit out of it. So I wonder how many people went and actually tried that shot after they watched that movie.
I'm guilty of it. I've done it before.
I tried that shit like a year ago, bro.
I know I did.
It does not work near as well as it does in the movie.
No,
it does not.
I was wondering. No, everybody did it. Had to. That was a good movie. Good movie. Lots of laughs.
Dude, yeah, I love just like early in the beginning when he hitting it down the street with the guys that are evicting his grandma, and he nails the people in the fucking house window, and then gets his wife too.
Fucking awesome.
Dude, he makes great movies. Sandler does. Billy Madison, as funny as it was one that did get old. Happy Gilmore's never gotten old to me, dude. I could watch it over and over.
Yeah.
Play it on repeat.
Billy Madison to me was like so early in his career, and he was so hot at the time, I guess, that he was doing those weird noises and shit, like, and not. I hate to say it's not real comedy, but to have it go up against like Happy Gilmore with like a real story and like a real dialogue to it, like out of the two, Happy Gilmore's way better.
All right, little bit of Adam Sandler trivia. Do you either one of you guys know what his very first movie was?
Going Overboard.
Yes, absolutely. You nailed it.
Really?
Yep. The only reason I know that is I was a manager of a Hollywood video store for several years and a Blockbuster as well. For a while, I had quite the video game and movie collection, and so did B-Man.
I also had quite the video game selection. Thank you. Any future employers of this guy, now that you're paying attention, congratulations. You know what you're getting.
Yep.
All right, dickhead. What's your next wet hot fucking movie list?
Oh, my number 4 is one that I like to watch when I'm high versus people being high in the movie. Boondock Saints. The original.
It's a good one. It's a great one.
I love the way it's written, and everybody in that movie, they play off of each other so well. All the little cameos, like the Ron Jeremy nods, the nods to Goodfellas, and just the over-the-top fucking violence, man. Like throwing a toilet off a 5-story building onto a Russian gangster's head and then jumping on him.
Yeah.
I didn't say rule of thumb. Can't do much damage with that. Should have been a rule of wrist. I don't agree with violence towards women.
Oh man, this will always be a great movie with me. I mean, like you said, it just grabs you from the get-go how close those two brothers are. So when he chained them to that damn toilet, when he handcuffed him to that, going to execute his younger brother, like, nah, you knew something was about to happen. When he ripped that damn toilet, it was like, damn, the first time you see it, just like seeing Silver's name spine, jumps off, like, yeah, that's a good movie. Damn good movie.
Yeah, it's really nostalgic. How many one-liners do you have from that movie? How many thousands of times have we used the one-liners from that movie?
Are you sure you're OBKB Rock?
You would go ahead and get your rope, Rambo.
Get your fucking room.
Not to work because of their ski mask. Dude, you look like Mushmouth right now.
Dude, the play off the bartender with Tourette's. Yeah. People in glass houses sink ships. Doc, we gotta get you a Proverbs book or something. This mix and match shit's gotta go. I mean, like I said, it's just a great movie, and I have great memories of watching it with you and a lot of our other friends. So it's definitely a go-to when I'm high. It's just the filming was amazing.
Something that you lean towards when you smoke a lot of weed. It's like when you're laying down, it's like, God, I gotta watch a movie before I lay in bed or something like that. This is something you would lean towards.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you asking me, dog?
No,
oh man,
you would lean towards after you smoked a lot of weed.
I greatly enjoy Get 'Em to the Greek.
Yes.
With the fucking furry walls and shit. I mean, I get it could be considered stoner movie as well.
Yeah.
But holy fuck if that's not one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. I've been baked every time.
I know all three of us at one point or another in our lives have needed a fuzzy wall. And
yeah, that was pretty damn funny. I love that movie too, actually. That's a good pick. It seems like a little while since I watched it, actually. But yeah, I used to watch the shit out of that movie too.
It had to have been Russell Brand's best fucking movie, in my opinion, definitely.
I agree.
I agree. But, such is life. I mean, it was great.
And it's got a sweet soundtrack. If you never listened to the soundtrack through and through, it's actually got a really good fucking soundtrack.
I have not heard it. Who all's on it? Or just a couple?
I have no idea. It's not a lot of artists that you would know. It's just, a lot of good songs. Because, the songs about him being a musician. So a couple of them are like his bands and like other girls in the movie and shit like that.
Yeah. All right, who's it on now?
Let's go with what's Alan's next one.
What? I'll go with my I guess I'm starting down from the list up now, so I'll start with my number 4 on my list of what I think a stoner, what they call a quintessential stoner movie. I would say Friday. Now, I mean, you got to watch that. I would say as far as quintessential movies go, is that a stoner movie? Friday goes up there, man. It really does. It's almost like a rite of passage. You got to watch that, and you love it, like, because it's something you watch when you're first starting out. So it is. It's funny as fuck. It's funny when you first see it. I got to put Friday on my number 4 as far as what I think a stoner movie goes.
Oh, absolutely.
We can come back to that. The number 4 on a movie that I would like to, watch while I'm stoned. I get like fucked up sometimes, and I want to watch somebody get their ass whooped. I'll put in The Raid 1 and 2. I don't know if anybody's seen The Raid.
The Rave?
It's a foreign film.
It is foreign.
I've never heard of this.
Dude,
it's like non-stop, adrenaline pumping, action packed.
It gives Quentin Tarantino. It makes Quentin Tarantino look like Mr. Rogers.
It has
what the heck?
Amazing cinematography, the cut scenes, the fight scenes, like the ending, the climax fight scenes in both 1 and 2 movies are so long and so choreographed and scripted. It's truly a work of art to watch, and it's like amazing the ass kicking this guy like leaves everybody. I don't know. Y'all should do yourself a favor and watch that. So that's I like to lean towards when I get really high and just watch. It's like, damn.
I mean, if it's that high on your list, you got me convinced to check it out, bro. Like, I've never heard of it, but I'm open. I'll try anything twice.
Be ready for subtitles.
It's called The Raid Redemption, and what's the other one called? my has only put The Raid 1 and 2 on my list, but I believe the first one's called Raid the Redemption. I can't remember what the second one's called, but yeah, The Raid. Yeah, these it's some of the most from start to finish action packed fighting and amazing martial art choreography I've seen in a long time, probably ever.
I'll have to agree. I watched the first one with him, and I was riveted from start to finish. Like, there's not a slow second in that movie, and the violence is just over the fucking top. Beautiful martial arts. They don't use guns. They use fucking knives and swords and axes and shit, and it's beautiful. The choreography is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I've got to admit, and y'all can get mad at me if you want, I'm not big on martial arts movies.
Me either. Honestly, most of the time I'm not. But these movies are that over the top that they're worth a watch. And the whole time, your butthole's fucking cupped to the seat going, oh my God.
And I get everything you're saying about not being, a martial arts movie. This one, there's some, you could watch this and agree that it's a nice movie and then probably never watch it again. I see that, people either really like this movie or they don't. I believe that I believe anybody after they watched it would go, damn, that was a good movie. Now that whether they rewatched it again, that's a whole other story. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I go to. I think it's just great. I'm sure you would actually like it. It's like, damn, that was pretty amazing, but you may not want to rewatch it ever again, So I could see that not being on everybody's list. That's why I wanted to hear everybody's opinion, and that's something that
I did a similar thing as you with going another direction that I definitely know Chris wouldn't go. I don't know how much you're into sports or not, but my next one that I did was Any Given Sunday, which
I like that. I agree that that one wouldn't have been up there for damn because I didn't think about it, but it's good.
I love it. As far as football movies goes, best 2 that I could name are Any Given Sunday and The Program. Because if you've never seen The Program, that one is just
I have The Program.
Brutal.
All right, so you wouldn't even throw in Remember the Titans in that category.
Remember the Titans
movies. I can't even give anything.
See,
Remember the Titans was a good
story.
Well, no, that's the wonderful thing is it's all subjective. If that's what you go to, then that's what you go to. Like there are no wrong answers here.
Okay. like I know this for a fact that Remember the Titans is one of those movies that I could be channel surfing on everything that's live now. And the second I get to Remember the Titans, whether it first started or first finished, I stop right there and I just turn it on and leave it on. I stop surfing. I watch it
I
every
don't
time.
do that with that one.
You really can?
Again, good storyline. It was cool. Disney did a great job or whatever, but
Ooh.
Oh, D's a big Disney fan.
but it's not a football movie, you know. Football movies are like necessary roughness. Sorry, I get that wrong. Necessary roughness back in the day.
Yeah.
Fucking what's the one that Sandler remade about prison?
The Longest Yard.
Longest Yard. The program, it's about the battle. Even like Friday Night Lights, it's about the football versus Remember the Titans was about the storyline, the team, their personality.
Trust me, I remember the program. We used to have to watch it on pre-games back when I played high school. So stupid when I have to say that.
I was the job.
We used to have to watch pre-games. And they would play the program to get us pumped up. But yeah, man, the program was a good movie, man. Yeah, I got it on Blu-ray. Great movie.
I'm going to jump.
Remember the scene where like one of the selling points or one of the advertising points was they were all laying down the center lane of a road of a busy intersection to show how and they got into a lot of trouble, like nationwide. They were going to pull the movie saying students were and idiots were laying in the middle of the street trying to copy them to show how bad they were.
I remember that shit.
Getting into that trouble over that shit.
Man, I've got to throw in an honorable mention since you guys are talking football movies, and the only reason I'm mentioning this is BC, you know why. We have a close personal tie to this movie. Fucking Varsity Blues.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Remember? That dude used to go to North Cobb when we were always at the North Cobb games because of ROTC and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the only football movie that I've ever really watched. So it's an honorable mention because it is a good movie and it brings back memories of smoking weed in high school.
I hear you.
Varsity Blues was a pretty decent movie. I watch it up until at least until the scene with the whipped cream bikini. Then, you know, I could change it or not, you know.
Yeah, that's the only scene I watch it for. It's like a 2-minute movie. You know, who watches a porno to the end, right?
Yeah, I don't really watch Varsity Blues.
Dude, Alan, your eyes are like, they're not even open.
You know, God, I hate hating on someone guys gone, but I mean, you know, it's not something, it was okay. It's something that I'm not into, you know. Going kind of more realistic on the actual football as opposed to the storyline of what you were saying. Yeah, does it center around the culture of football, make you feel like you're live at the game? Yeah, you know, it does a good job of that. It, like, you know, that hometown football Friday night feel, you know what I'm saying, getting pumped up for a game. I can see that. But is it something that I would classify as far as like one, what I would watch when I'm a stoner, or something that I would classify like one of the greater sports movies of all time? I would disagree, but that's why we have different opinions. And this is what he said he likes to watch whenever, you know.
Yeah, so, and I'm
like
sorry I got us so far off track, guys. I apologize for that. I had nothing to add in football except for Varsity Blues, and that's a half-ass mention.
Yeah, no. Because we were supposed to be doing it about stoning anyways, not about football. We just have a subject, so I apologize. I'm sorry.
I just like football that much that when I get stoned, I want to watch stuff about football.
Dude, he actually has 2 TVs in his living room so he can play video games and watch on one and watch sports on the other.
That's true. It's very true.
Or college.
What's that?
Professional or college?
You know, that's a hard one to answer because I greatly enjoy both. In college, I'm a Georgia fan. You know, go UGA. So I freaking, I greatly enjoy watching that, especially considering my team's been ranked up high, the last handful of seasons. And in pros, obviously, I watch pros a little more, but I'm a Jacksonville Jaguar fan, so it hurts to watch on Sundays because I know we're going to lose.
Oh my God, guys, I hate to butt in, but we are way off topic. We have taken a tangent.
Uh-oh.
Boom, stoner moment.
Stoner moment. It's getting super late, so thank you guys for listening. We really appreciate it. Check us out on our social media, and we'll be back with you guys real soon.
Fuck you.
No, fuck you, buddy. Come on.
Fuck you, buddy. I gotta turn it to silence. I don't remember how.
You're one of those people from the fucking commercials.
I don't have silent.
Yeah, exactly.
Sound, vibrate, mute. See, it's not my fault. It was called mute instead of silent. Who the fuck does that?
That's bullshit.